All right, up me go like geeks and freaks. Today we're gonna do some vintage stuff that came in the mail, and was just talking to Danny Gates for a little bit, and he showed me, wow, some really cool stuff. I showed him some of the stuff I got in the mail. Then he showed me some of the stuff from his collection, and now he's put me on a path to find something that I really want, and yeah, I've never seen before. One of the things I love about being in this group is that there's so much. Let's change that. Yeah, we're gonna change this. There we go. There's so much stuff that you can learn from other people, and that's what makes the collecting part so much fun, and so on. So I'm gonna kind of run through these. I didn't show Danny Gates everything I got. I just showed him some of the stuff. So let's get started, shall we? So the first thing that I picked up was this GI Joe Pygmy gorilla, vintage, from the 70s, from the action team. And the one thing I did not realize, I thought this was a very hard plastic. It's a little squishy rubber. And if I'm correct, I believe they also made him in white, which was the Abominable Snowman that was there. Hey, what's up, LPH? So LPH has jumped in the room. LPH and David Eon by Open by Chance Vintage Toys have done the craziest, awesomest videos. So I have to stop for a second. So I was watching their video the other day. They did 4 hours. I don't think we've ever done 4 hours in a live with 6 or 7 of us or 10 of us, and they did 4 hours, and they probably could have gone on if they didn't probably get exhausted. I mean, there's so much stuff that they have. You guys have the best stuff. So yeah, really, really cool. Very, very excited. And I did check out the stuff that you sent over. Really all good stuff. I did wind up getting LPH. I wound up getting another the We Win, the 7-inch figures, the ones that have the Lion Rock Mego bodies with the whale, the Jonah and the Whale set. So I have 2 of them now. I don't know why, but they're really cool. I love them. But I just kind of cleaned these up a little bit. So I was going to open the boxes, show you guys open the boxes, but figure what the hell. So I got him out. I cleaned him. He's actually in pretty good shape. Yeah, which I'm very excited about. So I clean him up a little warm soap and water, gently wash. Sometimes you can, I think, soak them in that, what is that crap that Billy, what's his name, scream like, but wait, there's more. That stuff, OxyClean or whatever, that stuff works pretty good. And I think Dan Samella uses that a lot, but don't let me speak for him. I could be wrong. So I was very excited to pick this up because I'm big into these accessory characters that come with these 12-inch figures, or any figure for that matter. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's coming down. Is that my daughter? Amanda, is that you? Yeah. Oh, there she is. It's my daughter. I know who it was. It's all right, sweetheart. You all right? Yeah. What's going on? Just had the hiccups. Oh, you had the hiccups? Okay. I thought you were sitting there watching your video. I didn't even know you left because I can hear your video playing. All right. Anyway, so I picked these up. I'm very excited. Now I'm looking for the white Abominable Snowman. It doesn't mean this is going to be the last one. I'm sure I'm going to buy more of these. I've been having this crazy desire to get those mummy with the sarcophaguses. I have another one coming. They're actually pretty cheap. They're not coming with the gems, unfortunately, but I do like the mummy inside, so I thought they were pretty cool. But yeah, I'm sure if I was asked LPH and David Eon what's in their basement, I'm sure they probably have this in the original box and packaging, unopened, like it was brand new, I'm going to guess. So along those lines, I picked this up individually. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I paid nothing for that. It was so cheap. And then I wound up getting this, which I was excited about. So this is the G.I. Joe Hunt for the White Tiger from the 70s. And again, I thought this was a hard plastic. It's a squishy rubber, which makes it even cooler. I mean, it's just a better quality toy. When they remade this, they didn't call it the Hunt for the White Tiger. I forget what they called it in the late 90s, 2000, but it was like Save the White Tiger or Save the Tiger or something. I don't know if I have that tiger over there. I think I do. Should I go check? Anyway, it came with a bigger tiger. It was plastic, and it was kind of like that Lassie figure I showed you guys the other day, or the Duke the dog. It was hard plastic. But these are, now what I didn't notice is I didn't realize there was a tail attached to the back. So his tail broke off. But do you think I care? No. Why? Because it's a well-loved toy, and I'm so excited to put it in my collection. So at the same time, I looked for something else, and for almost the same price, for a couple dollars more, I was able to actually get this one. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit. And he has his tail. And that's how I realized the damn thing had a tail. Plus on the back, it was missing there. Now his tail, it's rubber, and the tail's a little bit ripped from the peg that goes in the back. So we're going to be really careful with him. But very excited to have this team of tigers here for G.I. Joe stuff. Definitely loving G.I. Joe stuff, but it is a rabbit hole that I can never afford to get to anywhere, any kind of completion. I mean, even the smallest set of like the talking adventure team are just ridiculously out of price. So along with that, which I did not realize when I was looking at it, it came as a lot, and it came with this green jacket, which happens to be the proper Hunt for the White Tiger G.I. Joe jacket. It's got the G.I. Joe tag in there, so I was very excited. Dan Gates was actually able to fill me in. He's got one unpackaged sitting on a shelf, so he's able to help me fill in some of these holes. This is the right jacket. It did also come with the correct safari hat. And this band around here is not molded on. This is actually cloth. You can actually see where it's sewn. It's a cloth wraparound. I don't know if it's not sewn to the hat. That's a safari hat, so it came with that. It came with the proper rifle with scope. It is missing the strap. I guess it's a string. I'm going to have to go take a look again. Danny Gates has it. I'll have to ask him and see what he's got. And then the other tiger set, it also came with this, which is most of the cage. I love the fact that it says White Tiger Hunt on the side. Now it's missing the door that goes up and down to stop the tiger. It's also been cracked. It looks like somebody kind of pushed in there and broke it, split the top. I can give that a little bit of love and fix that up a little bit. I mean, it looks like somebody already tried to do it with super glue. I can see the shine from it, but just excited to have that. And that's the side that's not broken. So that'll be the display side. Then also with the tiger without tail. I mean, that tiger without tail and all this stuff was $8, I think. Maybe a couple dollars shipped. It came with a tall pair of, G.I. Joe boots. It came with a short pair. So apparently I have the right boots for this hunter outfit. I just need to get the tan pants. It came with the field cap, which I was excited about. It came with this little campfire, which is not Big Jim. It's not big G.I. Joe. It's way, way too small. It looks like something a 4-inch or 3 3/4 inch figure would have, maybe. So we're trying to figure out what that is. It does say made in Hong Kong, so that means it is earlier because it's a pre-China days. I have this canteen, which I think is a knockoff canteen. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's G.I. Joe or not, but this was also listed as G.I. Joe, and this is one of the reasons I bought it. It's not G.I. Joe. It's actually a Big Jim backpack. You can tell by the 3 stars that are on there. It's actually in really good shape. And then these little binoculars. I don't know what these are to. There's some knockoff stuff. Probably came with that campfire. So we're going to move the Joe stuff to the side. I'm very excited to have them. And I did get this in. And I actually had to ask Danny Gates and actually Brian Sanchez, who are way bigger into this than I am, the Joes and the Big Jims. I had to get information from them. They've been very helpful, thank God. So there's a lot of guys that get G.I. Joe. Do you have Defenders of the Earth figure? Excellent question, LPH. Love the enthusiasm. I do not have the Defenders of the Earth figures. I actually keep debating whether I want to buy them, but they keep going up in price. And I'm kind of running out of room. So I have so much Flash Gordon stuff from Mego and from Castaway Toys, including I have 2 of the 12-inch Flash Gordon Buster Crab figures. One's in the box, and then one is out of the box. And Jason Schiermeyer was very kind enough to give it to me. Love Flash Gordon, and I love the Castaways and Plastic Zombie stuff, so he sent it over. And I think I have 3 of the Flash Gordon play sets. I think one's in the box and 2 are loose, but the one in the box has like never been used. It's crazy. It is missing the little levers for the computer, so that kind of sucks. But that might be something on the list one of these days. There's so much shit coming in because I've been sitting at home, working with customers and sitting at home. Now that my wife's family has left, I have more time, and I've been just like trouncing on eBay. All right. So I think everybody pretty much knows who this is. If not, I'm not an expert on it, but I did get this from Danny Gates. This is Big Jim's, the pack, Dr. Steele in a karate uniform from Big Jim. So he's got the metal hand, which I love, or the chrome hand. He's a great figure. Let me see. Yeah, he's a great figure. The guy's just fantastic. He really is. and got him from Dan. He's got the rubber arms, which are still okay, believe it or not. They've got that kind of flex snap joint. You can feel it moving inside. So I said, well, I'm getting some of this stuff. And one of the things I think was going to be here any day, if not today, was while I'm going through this, was a G.I. Joe training tower, the big one. I don't know if it's complete. Brian Sanchez says he could see at least the gun rack's missing. He thinks, well, he said maybe the rest of the stuff's in there, but I've never seen it before. I never owned it, and I was excited to get it. And then I got an email today that I'm being shipped an R2-D2 cassette player, and my tower went to somebody else, so hopefully I'll get her soon. But because I started getting all this stuff, and I'm running out of room, like, where am I going to put all this stuff? So I said, one thing that's really cool, especially with G.I. Joes or similar size figures and Big Jim, are cases, the portable, put your figures in the action figure cases. They made a lot of cool stuff. There's 3 that I used to have that I don't have anymore. They were made by Toy, and one was brown. I mean, like shit brown. One was olive drab, and one was dark green. I mean, they were those ugly 70 colors. They had a picture kind of like a boat. It was like an illustration with a figure on the front with a beard. He was very generic, and had like Big Jim, G.I. Joe. Instead of Lone Ranger, it said Long Ranger. So apparently, whoever was in China typing up the graphics doesn't know the word, didn't know who the Lone Ranger is. So I thought that was funny, but they used to be nothing, and it's just basically open, and there's a piece of paper in the middle, if you will, or cardboard, and they separate. So I've been looking for those. People are wanting way too much money for them, so I'm like, nah. So as I'm looking through cases, like I said, I came across this, and the price was very inexpensive. He also had make an offer. So I made an offer for $10, and he accepted it. And then I showed it to Danny Gates and Sanchez and said, what do you guys think? Is that a good price? Because I don't know anything about this. Dan Gates showed me some really cool Big Jim cases he has. I've seen Big Jim cases in English. I've seen them in, I think it's French. And I've also seen at least 2 in German. And the German ones happen to get very expensive. And instead of an illustration, even the ones in Europe, it looks like they have more of an actual photograph of Big Jim stuff. But I love this. So this is the pack set, and you can see this is Dr. Steele. Here's Dr. Steele over here. There's Torpedo Fist. I don't even know all their names. This is Big Josh. I forgot who the Native American is or the Indian, but he's one of my favorites. And then this is, I can't even remember. I forgot who this is. Big Jeff. I don't remember. Anyway, it's got the wolf. It's got the wolf sign or the pack sign on it, which I thought was great. I gave it a little bit of cleaning. It wasn't too bad, but the thing that blew me away is that it is a snap. Unlike most of the things we see out there, have those brass kind of turns and break. Do I have a G.I. Joe tower? You're such a dick, Rich. It's on its way. It'll be here. You're such a dick. I told him earlier that my training tower got redirected to somebody else. And the guy reached out to the person and said, hey, man, where's my R2-D2 cassette player? And the person's like, oh, I sent you the wrong thing. So they messaged me and said, hey, you're getting an R2-D2 cassette player of a tower. So this is the inside. It's actually in pretty good shape. So it's here. You open it. Now, this is cardboard. That's all this is. It's a cardboard kind of locker. And this one actually had some damage. It opens. I'll be very careful. But this part here looks like it got ripped. And I don't. There's probably like a hole for your finger to open it and so on. But it got ripped. So we'll be able to give it a little love and fix that up. But what I love about this is now I actually have some room to put my Big Jim figures in. And these are much easier to shelve and, display because you don't have to have them on stands and so on. So I'll probably shelve them in here for now. But this was the one that I was really excited to get. Sanchez and Gates were telling me that this goes for way more than $10. And I don't collect to make money. That's not my thing. I know some guys collect as an investment. Some guys collect for the nostalgia. Some guys collect because somebody else has it. That's probably me. And some of this stuff. But the fact, if you get it for $10 and it's a steal, I love those like garage sale finds and those, antique store finds where the antique store person has no idea what they have. Sometimes I'll actually tell them, if it's not something I want, I'll tell them like, hey man, that's really cool, but you're only asking $2 and you could probably get, 100, that kind of thing, and then direct them. But at the same time, That's also a problem because some of those people are on eBay seeing prices for shit that shouldn't be going that high. Oh, a G.I. Joe boot, that's $57. No, dude, that's not $57. So I was very, very excited to get this. I didn't realize it was coming today, but really, really cool. Like I said, Big Jim's pack case. It's got the Wolf Pack logo, which is, I think, tattooed on their hands, on the figures. You can see Torpedo Fist he's taking a swing there. I'm not going into any details because I can do a whole bit with that with Sanchez and so on, but some really, really great stuff. The side is marked. Let's see, number 962, Mattel Incorporated, 1976, Hawthorne, California, 90250, made and printed in the USA. All rights reserved. Registered and trademarks indicate U.S. trademarks of Mattel Incorporated. So I guess Mattel didn't send their shit to China. It was actually made in the U.S. Now, this is that typical kind of Mego style case, if you will. You guys are familiar with them, where it's just basically cardboard covered in vinyl, but they didn't cover this in that clear vinyl like they did with the Mego play sets. And I know they put that clear vinyl on so that they printed the cardboard or whatever it was, or the paper board, it would be protected. The problem with that plastic is over time it gets shitty. You have to store it in a really good condition area, and you got to keep the dust off and all that stuff, because eventually the plastic just starts to get all crappy, right? You got one today. Rich got my G.I. Joe training tower today. I'm really excited to get that. I know it's so heartbreaking. It may have not been here today, but now I got to wait. The guy's got to return it. I'm sure it's in a decent sized box. And I said to the lady, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to return this package? She's like, just put return to sender. I'm like, all right. But I want to set it up because the training tower, there's actually a string that you can hook. And I guess G.I. Joe has a thing you can slide down. And I want to get that set up in here, probably if there's room between some of these shelves and so on. So I'm quite excited for that. But yeah, lots of really cool stuff out there. Going into the Big Jim world and going into the G.I. Joe world, even though I have some things, not a lot before, it's a hell of a big rabbit hole to fall down. It really is. We're going to get Dr. Steele in here. We're going to get Big Jim in here also while we're going. But it's a big, big rabbit hole. I mean, in all seriousness, there's so much stuff. And don't forget, they made stuff in other parts of the world that they didn't even have here that people have to go track. And although the internet does give us a great place to go look and find things that we may have not been able to find before, it also opens up the sadness that, holy shit, my collection's not even as close as I thought it would be. So I'll give you an example. So while I was talking to Dan Gates about this G.I. Joe stuff, I said to him, I said, hey, I got this Hunt for the White Tiger stuff. He says, oh, let me show you the set, because he has it in a glass case. I was like, fantastic. And for those of you that are joining, you know what? You guys that are joining, some of you guys are on Facebook typing. I need LPH. I need you and David Eon to come on. So when you guys can help me watch Facebook while I do it. Let me go on Facebook, because sometimes you guys comment there and I can't friggin' see shit. Ooh, by the way, I got the group ambassador badge and damn, and Open by Chance Toys. Thank you, LPH. Yeah, so here's all kinds of shit. So let me go see if I can watch this. I got to turn on the sound and so on. But so Danny was showing me his stuff. He showed me this safari hunt, and then he showed me this fucking incredible. Yeah, there we go. All right, so there's a few comments in there. All right, here we go. Let me see. Danny Gates, hey there, you big slab of prime rib. What's up, Tony Gates? Jesus, Tony May. What's up, Captain Danny Gates? Tom Sawyer, good evening. Tom, gotta say, really liking your videos, bro. You're making some really good shit. Love the music, love all that stuff. You're doing great. Here we go. John Catrona. Sucks trying to find a Dr. Steele figure with a complete chest dragon tattoo and chrome missing from his hand. John, that is the one thing I agree with you. That Dr. Steele is a bitch. So you either get the chrome hand or you get the tattoo. Doesn't seem like you always get both unless you're really paying out the ass. But Dan Gates gave that to me. He didn't charge. We just sent stuff back and forth, and I'm very happy. Okay. So the Native American figure is Warpath. Thank you, John Catronis. Tom Sawyer. Damn, good price for $10. Lou, you made out. Yeah, that's what Sanchez and Gates said about that case. I don't understand it, but do you guys, the crazy part? So it was $12. Buy it now. And I'm like, let me just throw him 10, see what he says. He's going to say no. And he said, yes. I mean, it was $12. And Gates and Sanchez are telling me, like, that's even really cheap. So I guess he didn't really know what he had, or maybe he was being fair. Antique finds are awesome. Going Saturday. Stay tuned. Tom, I hope you do your antique searching live or take some video. There's Stuart Croft, the Stew Master, the Stubleroni, Stubler-Mahini, Stubler-Ruski. Randall Wall, the master of the three-dimensional dioramas. Tony Mayta. Okay, so there we go. So I can actually see some of your comments. I'm trying to watch here and here. It's really tough to do them all at the same time. But anyway, so let me get back to my Dan Gates story because this is really cool. So he shows me the hunt of the white tiger. And then next to it, he shows me this other set. He goes, look at this. This is really cool. It had a G.I. Joe and some kind of hunter outfit or something. I forget. And it had this other character in front. I'll say who it is in a minute. So I'm like, what is that? And Dan's like, isn't this really cool? It was a knockoff. He goes, it was a knockoff set that he bought. And he goes, the accessories are fantastic. It's like the figure. So in America, we say the figure's shit. But apparently in Australia, the figure, you say fuck him off because he sucked. He was just poor quality. But it came from a line of figures called 21st Century Toys. And it was called Oz and Taz. And apparently they made a whole bunch of villains. Matter of fact, they were only $5 when they came out in the 90s. But this is the figure that comes with it. I'm not going to show a picture. You guys are going to have to go look it up. And I probably shouldn't give you this much information yet. But it came with this little posable, made for 12-inch scale. He's a Pygmy figure. He's got, Dan Gates has everything on it. It's got like a little drum on his side. It's got a necklace with shrunken heads. And it's got this very long blowgun. And the thing's posable to a point. I mean, not fully, but it's pretty posable. I'm like, holy shit. That's probably one of the coolest things I ever got. I mean, getting these things, the gorilla and the tigers and all that are cool, the squid. But an actual Pygmy with a blowgun's fucking badass. And he's part of this set. So hopefully we'll be able to get that and so on and see what's going on. So I'm very, very excited for that. I'm still looking at Rich's fucking comment here. I'll put these up. Do you have a G.I. Joe tower? I got one today. So the joke is that he's insinuating that he got my tower in the mail because it was cross-shipped to the wrong person. Richard, you bastard. May you get Dr. Durant disease, which is you get sucked into a big black hole. And that's it. Oh, it's such a terrible thing to say to people. No, but in all seriousness, I was so excited to see this figure. And they made a whole bunch. So the figures, like Dan said, are really just terrible. I mean, for $5, I don't know what you expect. I mean, they're posable and G.I. Joe knockoffs, but the accessories were fucking badass. I mean, this figurine came with like a mask. He has a bone in his nose. I mean, it's really, really cool. So let's see if we can find any of those floating around. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff, a bunch more stuff coming in, which I'm really excited for. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Looks like I'm going to have to get some of these figures into the case. I've already got the big gyms I got into the case, and we'll be putting them away with their stuff, so that they don't get lost. You know, like this big gym, this fisherman set that I got, the fishing hooks are still on the tree. The guy literally said he took it off the car because the car was destroyed, and it's just badass, way badass. Very excited. So I don't know what you guys are collecting these days. Hopefully you guys are getting all the stuff you want. There's a lot of interesting things coming out. That announcement, speaking of Big Jim, about the Big Jim, the Major Matt Mason, and the Pulsar figures coming out. And I guess what we're learning is that the figures are going to be kind of in a Superpowers or He-Man style body. So that's cool. I think that's really cool. I think it's cool to bring the line back, but it's not for me. I'm just not into that. Not yet. I've been avoiding buying those He-Man figures that came out when I saw the Castle Grayskull Target a month ago. I was like, oh, I should get this. It was $80. I'm like, I should get it. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to get all these figures. I can't do it. But I know guys like David Gunn are collecting these things, and they have, I think, everything at this point. And there's so many of them. I just did not watch He-Man as a kid. I was getting to the point where I was, I don't know, doing other stuff at the time. Bike and Batman went, just like, so Tom Sawyer's just like your Bike and Batman. Tom, I did not know you were bidding on the Bike and Batman. If I knew, and you messaged me, I would have pulled my bid back. I'm not about fighting shit out for other people. That's not what I'm here to do. You're bidding on something, I do it. The problem with eBay now is you can't see the IDs of other people bidding. And I don't know if they did that to protect people. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? They did it. I thought they did it to protect people so you wouldn't reach out to that person and harass them if you lost the auction, like send them a message. But I'm starting to think I think that's just eBay's way of, I don't know. I'm not even going into it what my theory is on that. But does anybody else like have a theory on why they do that? Supposedly protect the person. I think it's more for eBay's interest, in my personal opinion. But so be it. Let's see. Yeah, it was a very, very, very. Hey, David Eon's here. So it was a very, very, very lucky find for that. That case is good. And, the training tower, like I found some good stuff on eBay. eBay is really, in my opinion, getting out of control. And I've watched people talk about it. I've seen David Eon talk about pricing and how people are pricing, and they're using eBay for pricing, which it's kind of dangerous. But at the same time, when I'm making offers to some of these guys, I'll make them an offer and they'll send me a thing. I'm like, wow. I'm like, do you really, is that what you really want? And they're like, well, I know I could, they're like, I'm sure you want to pay less. They go, but if I sell it for less, I'm getting fucked by eBay, because eBay is like killing people on fees. I remember eBay, I don't know how it works now, but I remember there's a point in time where it was every day, like you put a 9-day auction, they took this percentage. And a 3-day auction, they took this percentage. People are trying to save money. And now I see stuff up there for years. So I'm guessing that they don't do that anymore, and they must be taking a bigger portion of the auction. I can still remember the eBay days in 97, 98 when eBay used to crash because everybody started to do, bidding, and they couldn't handle it. Their servers just weren't equipped. Or also bidding on the big red toy box auctions. Those were fun. I really like those better. It was less, I don't know, contention. eBay is just a shit now. I mean, you have to pay taxes for no matter what you buy. I buy shit in Italy or the Netherlands, I'm paying their taxes. What the fuck? Why am I paying taxes to the Netherlands to buy something? I don't get it. Or Italy, it's fucking ridiculous. Sorry, that's just my opinion, but I think it's ridiculous, and I'm not down with that shit. It pisses me off. But like I said, let's see, just say I'm just, oh, fucking, I'm trying to watch these messages and these messages. So Tom Sawyer said he's just fucking with me. Oh, you bastard, Tom. All right, Tom, I will remember that. I'll remember that. You dirty bastard. No, but in all seriousness, so for you guys that are out there looking at stuff, if you're ever bidding on something and you see my ID pop up, which is Action Figure Guy on eBay, had that for 25 years, feel free to let me know you're bidding on it, especially if it's something. I'll stay away. I'm not going to be fighting you out for shit. It's not what we do. Matter of fact, some of us talk about, hey, I'm going to bid on this. Does anybody else want it first? Just to be polite and not run the prices up. The goal is not to run them up on everybody, right? But yeah, this fucking phone doesn't like do that thing so much. JS Starbuckus. Buck, your name came up yesterday. I don't remember why, but your name came up yesterday. We were talking, and not in a bad way. It was all a good way. But it came up yesterday and so on. And I'll try to remember what it was because I wanted to reach out and ask you something anyway. But anyway, getting back to all this. So yeah, eBay prices are a little crazy, but you can still get good deals. Like that was a good deal. That training tower, how much did I pay for that fucking thing? I think it was like $12 or something. I'm trying to remember what I paid for it. Let me see what I paid for that thing, because, and I'm not bragging. I'm trying to show you guys, like, you can still get some good stuff. And again, I don't know, like, there's things I see, and I know David Eon talked about this numerous times, where people buy stuff and they pay out the ass for it, like way more than it's worth, like ridiculous amounts of what it's worth. Okay, so I paid $17.50 for a worn box, a very worn box, G.I. Joe Adventure Team training tower. And I think it's just missing right now we know it's missing the gun rack, because Sanchez told me. I don't know what else it's missing. The shipping was ridiculous, but we'll see. We'll see what it goes. But yeah, but you can get some of that. Some of these Mexican figures you guys have seen me do, sometimes I'll pay out the ass for those, like hundreds of dollars. And other times they sell them for $30. So you have to decide. The Tomlin figures have gone through the roof. I know David Ian can comment on this, and he probably has at some point, but the Tomlin figures, they are so cheap. They're blow molded 8-inch figures. I love them. Don't get me wrong. They're great knockoffs, but they're through the fucking roof. I mean, I've seen figures up there, $400, not even on a card, broken. They got figures of missing a leg. They want $200. I'm like, are you out of your mind? You know what your chances of finding a single Tomlin leg are? The plastic is so crappy. Here, I'll show you one without the clothes on. The plastic is so crappy. It's so crappy. Like, good luck finding this again. I mean, they did use metal rivets. I'll give them credit for that. But the plastic is just shit. It's absolute shit. It really is. And you have to just almost find another broken one and hope that you got the right parts for it. So that's kind of that. Anyway, that's kind of where it is right now and what we're doing. Let's see. Dark Silicon is here. There's Buck. I can see Buck now in here. Got me 2 apes today. Buck, what kind of apes did you get? Are they Mego apes or are they Astro apes? Are they Action Ape Mans? Buck has been collecting. I've known Buck with some of these people for 25 years easily. Back when we used to use IRC to chat. Isn't that great? IRC to chat on the Mega Museum, which I will not frequent anymore. You guys do what you want, but I will not go there. Yeah, it's crazy. But we used to talk on there, and it was just typing. And God, Buck, I really miss those days. One of the things I liked about the early days of collecting in the 90s is stuff was cheaper for the most part. I didn't have as much experience, so that sucks. If I had the experience then that I have now, like everything hindsight 2020, I would have kept a lot of shit or bought more shit. But not a whole lot of people getting up in each other's way like they're doing now. So it's kind of sad. 2 more in a box. Oh, the Marx apes. Oh, safari set. 2 more in a box. Fantastic. That's great, Buck. Congratulations. That's very, very, very awesome. Go you, man. Go you. Yeah, I've become a really big fan of the ape shit. I know Tony May loves gorillas. I mean, the stuff there. And one of the things, because Tony May has been so very kind to me, one of the things I'm actually looking for you, Tony, is an actual big Jim gorilla with the arms that when you roll the back, they move. I want to get you one of those. You're probably going to paint it. If I know you, you're going to paint it, which is fine. But I want to get you one of those because you've been really nice. I have a whole shelf over there of shit that Tony May sent me. And other people have too. I'm not asking anybody to send me anything. Please, I'm not asking anybody to send me anything. But there's a lot of people who have been really nice and sending stuff in. And I think that's really cool. I love watching like when guys like Johnny and Rich and David and people send stuff into them on there and they open up on YouTube just to see what they get. I mean, the surprise and the kindness that somebody would do that to you is really cool. I think that's a really cool thing to do. Oh, you got one for? Okay, so I'm watching Dan Gates. So Dan Gates has one for Tony. And Tony May says, yes, sir, gorillas are awesome. All right, so Dan Gates so now Dan Gates got you the goddamn gorilla. So now I got to go find something else for you. What am I going to get Tony May? I have no idea. 12-inch bodies, 14-inch bodies. Randall Wall likes apes. Actually, Randall, if you don't follow Randall on his Facebook page just for him alone, he does some really cool posting. Randall, as you guys know, makes these really cool box sets where it turns actually into a complete play set by opening it. Look at the back. I don't know how the fuck he does this. I really don't. And you open it up, right? Everything is designed. Things come out on the side. If you guys haven't seen these, I've done videos on these. I'm not going to take the whole thing out because I just love them to death. I want to keep them as pristine as possible. Come on, Lou. What the fuck? There we go. And you can bring it out. And then it's a whole play set. All these pieces come out. You set it all up. Fantastic. And he does this not only for 8-inch, but for you guys that don't know him from before, he does it for 12-inch G.I. Joes. He's also done it for the Final Faction figures in the smaller scale, which I have up there. He puts lights in them. Some of these things have lights in them. I mean, dude, it's just fucking crazy sick. I got the Batman one. I got the Frankenstein one. I got the Star Trek one. I love them. They're fantastic. They're worth every friggin' penny. You should pause the boys to watch this, Sanchez. Sanchez, you trying to say the boys are more important than this informational video in the action figure collecting world? Like what? Like there's so many people making action figure videos that this one's not important. Is that what you're trying to say? Typical Sanchez. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine, Sanchez. You can always watch it later, Sanchez. But I did give you some props, Sanchez. Brian Sanchez is a very nice person. I know everybody thinks he's a dick. I'm just kidding. He's a very nice person. He's a really cool dude. And if you don't know him, well, you should get to know Sanchez. Get to know the real Brian Sanchez, if you will. Ooh, is this thing still working? I forgot how this.
Set up your equipment.
So just curiously, so as I was going through this, these talking big Jim backpacks, they had several of them. Danny Gates was filling me in on them. I had this one as a kid, so I got this one. But these things always work. Like I've seen these in stores and just pulled them to see.
Set up your equipment.
And they're crystal fucking clear. I don't know why, if they weren't played with much or whatever. I know I beat mine to shit. But the ones I have for my G.I. Joe, they always get garbly. I don't know. Maybe it's the way that maybe it's the design of them. But these guys they're great. They always work. They got one that speaks Italian. That's the one I'm really looking for because Dan Gates has it. Pulled the string and I'm like, oh my God, I can understand what the fuck he's saying. It's in Italian. So Thomas Sawyer, apes give me a chubby. Tom, you might want to have that checked out. I pause the boys to watch this. Oh, to watch this. Oh, 3 question marks. Oh, God damn, Sanchez. You're such a bastard. It's on Amazon, so it's fine. I'm not on Amazon, Sanchez. I know you'd like me to be there, but I'm not on Amazon. Just kidding. That's why I paused. You're too funny. And Randall Wall says, oh, shucks. Randall, you do some really good stuff. You really, really do. Some really good stuff. So anyway, did you miss the Joes? So I'll show you the Joes again. Wow. Jesus Christ, there's 10 people and you're watching. Okay. So it's almost the Migo Lounge. We've got almost as many people as the Migo Lounge. Invite 3 more people and we have as many as the Migo Lounge. So Buck, I'll show you the Joe stuff again because I didn't get to show you. I got this big Jim Sanchez. Here's the pack case. It came in today. 10 fucking bucks. It's wonderful. I love it. And I'm just putting the big Jims inside the house so I can put it sideways on the shelf. Buck, I was able to get this, the Pygmy Gorilla, from the original vintage Joe. I don't know if it's the Hunt for the Pygmy Gorilla. I forget what it is. But I love this. But I believe he's the same figure. And Brian Sanchez or Danny Gates can correct me. I'll look for them. You're welcome, Randall, by the way. That the Abominable Snowman, I think it was the same figure, just done in white. And it was basically done in this color white. Which I got this Hunt for the White Tiger. Again, I didn't realize these were actually squishy, which I really like that better. Why? Well, I think the fact that they made them with this rubbery quality, just, I don't know, just to me it seems less crappy, if you will. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's just a better quality overall. Now, this one's missing the tail, but for this and all that crap that I got for $8, you can't go wrong. And then I wound up getting another one, which actually has the tail. It came the same day. Tail's hanging on there. It's getting close to being ripped off. And they do need a little bit of a clean. This one, you could see the difference in color, I think. This one I washed. And this one I did a little bit of washing. I soaked them in some Zote laundry soap, which just kind of, it's very gentle. But he also came with most of the cage. Is missing the door. It is cracked, Buck. It looks like somebody put something on it. And they tried to repair it with glue, I can see. But this actually came from a dude in Maryland. And his return address, he's a lieutenant colonel because he actually has his military rank on his return address label. But it's going to display this way because I love that it says White Tiger Hunt. That, I think, is friggin' fantastic. You know, and I'm not all about shooting animals or any of that shit. That's not my thing. If you do it, that's up to you. But I'm not like the 90s ones and the early 2000s where it's like save the white tiger. Save the gorilla, save the shark, whatever it was. That's okay. It's kind of cheesy, if you will. Yes, Tony May, the Abominable Snowman is the Pygmy, and yet, yes, there we go. Okay. So Brian Sanchez says that the Pygmy and the Abominable Snowman or the Yeti are the same mold, just different colors. So this one's black, the other one's white. It's like a piano. It's got black and white. Same thing. And I think Randall Wall says he's getting a cocktail. Too funny. Save the whales and shoot the trees. That's fantastic, Brian Sanchez. It's one of Joe's best sets. It comes with a tent as well. So missing the tent. I mean, I got this cage missing the door, the tiger, the jacket, the gun, and the hat. And all that was like $10 or $12, I forget. That's all I paid, plus shipping, which was a little bit. So it's missing the tent. I'm missing the tan pants. The boots I have because I got the black boots from the other thing, which I got for $8 with the other tiger. Which the only reason I bought it was for the tiger, and the rest of the shit came. It's missing the string on the gun, which I'm pretty sure I can do that. Missing the door on the cage. that goes up and down, and the tent and the pants. So not bad for $12. Really not bad at all. Because I know if I was to buy it complete, it would be a fortune. But there's so many guys in our group that collect Joes and stuff, so hopefully I can work some stuff with there. That's all I paid. Yeah, that's all I paid, Sanchez. It all tastes like chicken. That is correct, Buck. And Lady Pop Hunter says, "Is there more in that set?" So in that set, like I said, the tent, which this is Dan Gates is telling me over here, is Dan Gates telling me there's a tent, tan pants, green jacket, the hat, the gun, the boots, the tiger. And did I miss anything, Gates? So I'm missing the tent and the pants, pretty much, and the door. Now, Randall Wall says there's a large 12-inch white furry Sasquatch G.I. Joe figure. That's correct. That's one of the later Joes. I sold mine. I kept the Joe. When I was getting rid of my collection, I was like, sell me the thing. I was like, I'll sell you the whole thing. No, I just want the Sasquatch. It almost looks like, somebody told me it's almost like the same one almost from the Star Wars set from the line back in the day, from the 90s to 2000s. And actually, I'll show you. I have the actual sharks. I don't know if I have this tiger anymore. Let me take a look. If I do, I'll show you a comparison. Because there's some big distinct differences in these things, besides being plastic or rubber. Let's see what we got. Do we have these, Amanda? Do we have them? Okay, Amanda, we don't have the tiger anymore. I thought we did. We do not have the tiger. Okay. Yeah, we don't have the tiger. Okay, so we got rid of the tiger too. Okay. All right, so we don't have the tiger. We don't have the tiger, and I forgot to put my headset on today. But just for example, the original vintage G.I. Joe set. I forgot what it was called. It came with this shark. He's about 8 inches long, and he's a shark. This one has some markings on it. He's okay. It's not bad. I actually like the way he's designed, except I hate where they welded the plastic together or glued it together. It looks a little crappy. Maybe it's just this one, but he's pretty good thing for a shark. He doesn't have much coloration other than white in his teeth. When they remade it in the 90s and 2000s, this is the shark they had. And you can see there's a huge difference in the size of the shark. I mean, it's monstrous. I guess this is supposed to be a great white. I'm trying to see if it's more. 1997 is when this was stamped. I'm not sure if that's the year they actually put it out, but I don't have the white tiger. So the white tiger, compared to these guys, it's long. It's much longer. It's much bigger. It's plastic. It's got the hinged arms and legs, and I think it has a red collar on it. And I wound up selling that, but this is okay. I mean, it's an okay shark. It's huge. Like if you put this up to a G.I. Joe, it's huge, but I still like this one better. There's something about that old school style that just, I don't know. Overall, I like it better. I don't know what you guys think. They're both very cool. This actually, I just forgot about this. This actually happens to be the Big Jim Rhino that I picked up a while ago. I think I got him for $10, $8. I got him for $8. He came in a set, a hunter set with a Jeep and all that stuff. I mean, he doesn't move. And if you were to drop him, he'd probably shatter. But it is cool. He's more like a baby rhino because he's not that big. But anyway. The groove in his neck is to accommodate the elastic on the camera. It's a spy shark? This one? David? You're talking about the original one? Or the... Oh, you're meaning this one. Oh, it's the original one? So the groove... Okay, hold on a second. Joe is awesome. Adventure Team is one of my favorite ones. I agree with you, David Eon, that it's fantastic. What's up, Gilbert? How we feeling? And Buck loves his chicken. Buck also loves his ribs. His ribs, okay. Those kinds look like the Mark Safari. I agree. They do look like the Mark Safari figures, Lady Pop Hunter. You're right. But so this is for a camera. Oh, that's very cool. I did not know that. See, this is the thing about collecting that's really, wow, we have 11 people. 2 more, and we've got Amigo Lounge. Sorry. It's not the bus balls. But I think that's what, like all this stuff that you learn. David Ian is like such a source. He's like a whole set of Encyclopedia Britannicas on toys. It's amazing the kind of stuff that he has in there. Let's see. All right, here we go. So Tony Mace is pitching a tent. All right, the Star Wars Wampa is basically the same as the Fluffy Joe Yeti. Yes. So Daniel Gates. So when they did that 90s Yeti that Randall Wall was talking about, it's really furry. It's big. It's similar to the Star Wars one that they have. and the pygmy rhino. This could be a pygmy rhino. I think it's a baby rhino, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know, maybe. But Big Jim versus G.I. Joe, there's definitely a size difference. So Migo Lounge, starring Lou. Yeah. Who's wearing a Trek shirt? I don't have a Trek shirt. I'm going to need to get a Trek shirt. Does anybody in this group have a Trek shirt? Actually, I know what Narek and Vora have real Trek shirts. They have real ones. I don't. I don't even have like a Star Trek t-shirt. I just realized. I did notice last night, by the way, I was trying to watch Star Trek, what the hell is it called? Strange New Worlds. And I like the guy who plays Captain Pike because he was in Hell on Wheels. He was really good. I mean, the show's okay. It's really funny to me because I only watched like 1.5 episodes and it's dominated by women. I mean, there's so many women on the show, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just they play like so many, prominent roles, I guess. And you're just so used to seeing the original Star Trek, which is like, that old man thing. Man runs the ship, women are, helping out the doctor and so on. So it's kind of funny. But I did notice while looking at that, the old 1970s Star Trek cartoon is on Paramount Plus. And Rich Hurley, a.k.a. Dr. Durant, myself, are on this crazy kick. And I think I said this yesterday, but this crazy kick to assemble armies of Neptunians. And the Neptunians, the original Migos, came from the cartoon, I believe, and maybe only from the cartoon. If there was comics, he was in it. Forgive me, I don't know. But he was... they have those out there, and that's where I think the Neptunian came from. So I was really excited. So anyway, Randall Wall, that rhino is more like scale 112. Okay, 112. Sorry, Star Trek: The Motionless Picture. That is true. That is true. I'm just hanging in here to see if we can put 13 people on. Can somebody jump in from like their phone and their tablet so we can go up to 13? So I could just take a screenshot and say, Migo like with 600 people is doing 13 people like the Migo Lounge who has 4,000 or 5,000. I'm pretty sure when Johnny Shedrick goes on, he gets like 1 million. So, and David Eon as well. You guys had so many people. By the way, David LPH, you guys had so many people watching the other day. It was like 40 something, 50 something people, and you were 4 hours into it. That was nuts. That was just really nuts. I thought that was really cool. Anyway, all right. So that's where we're at. So that is how much time I wasted. 48 minutes and 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 30 minutes of your life that you will never get back. I just want you to realize. In the meantime, let me also say this. Guys, there's a bunch of you I'm sending stuff to because you guys did all the comments on the videos and they're sitting over there waiting to get out. Matter of fact, I probably should go run them to the post office. Randall, you're in the guys that are out of country, like Randall's in Canada. I have to get to the post office. They will not let me send me anything without going to the window. And because we've been so crazy busy with clients, it's hard for me to get to the window during the day when they're open. Even on Saturdays, they have such a limited window here. It's unbelievable. It's like 2 hours they're open or some crap. So I will get them out to you. But those of you waiting, George and Max, I have a package for you that we have to go out. Danny Gates, I got some stuff I'm putting together for you. I have to do a big Australia package again. And a bunch of you guys. There's other people in here I didn't mention, but you're in there. You guys made the comments. I'll be getting your stuff out. So forgive me for being late. It's free. You don't have to pay shit, not even shipping. I'm paying for it all. So don't piss and moan. How's that? Oh, we're up to 12 people. Down to 10 people. Then we're up to 12 people. Well, there's 10 here, and actually there's 10 here, and there's 4 on Facebook. So actually there's 14 friggin' people watching this, although I think Buck's in twice. So I think we're on Migo Lounge area. Congratulations. We also toppled our 600th number to 601. We were at 600 for like 2 weeks or a week, and then we got 601. And a big, hearty congratulations to Open by Chance Vintage Toys. Their Facebook group went from, was it 600 something? It went up to 700, and they're way over 700 in like a week or so. So congratulations. You guys do some really good stuff. All right, am I missing any comments? Dar Silicon, Lou wants a Trek shirt, so you know what that means. He is going to tell his wife that they should see other men. What is wrong with Brian Sanchez? I could do a whole YouTube on that. There's so many people we could do that. How do I... Okay, so no rush. Chill out. How do I see this anyway? So Randall, for those of you that are watching on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, and if you search My Meagle Like, not just Meagle Like, My Meagle Like, there's a channel for it. Actually, the last person just subscribed was LPH. I just saw her subscribe last week. So you can go on there and watch, or you can do it on Facebook. The problem with the Facebook is that when you guys are typing in Facebook, unless you do something with your Facebook app, I can't see your messages when I'm doing this application. I can only have to look at my phone or something else to see them here. So you can watch wherever you want. It's completely up to you. Whatever floats your boat. But it's My Meagle Like. And if I can, for the record, say this, because this is just going to be too much. A long, long time ago, when I was just a wee lad, I still had hair on me head, and just started collecting. And the Meagle Museum was nothing more than a gallery, an amazing gallery of toys. It just helped to put together all these figures as I started collecting. We had a really cool website. It was Collectible Action Figure Gallery at first, then it was Meagle Like, and eventually I think it became MeagleLike.com, which I think some Chinese Korean place bought that. But we had this really cool website that all these people sent thousands of pictures in to put up. And it was really cool. It was a lot of fun, and it was nice. Everybody enjoyed it. I mean, everybody would send pictures in, and you get your name tagged on the picture, courtesy of Ken, courtesy of Buck, courtesy of Brian Sanchez, if you could imagine that. And we put the pictures up, and we just built this whole stuff. And at some point, I decided to stop collecting. My basement got flooded. I said, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I sold what was left, went and bought a bunch of classic cars, not crazy cars, just some classic cars, and said no more. And then when Migos started again in 2018, and my buddy called me up and said, hey man, there's Migos at Target. I'm like, what are you talking about? Whatever. They all kind of started. But we do have a certain individual who's going out tagging his stuff Meagle Like, which is fine. You can do whatever you want. The internet's an open space to do as you please. But I just want to go on record saying that is not the official Meagle Like, because the official Meagle Like invites everyone to post and to put stuff on there and get credit for it. The person that's tagging their personal stuff for the whatever reason that they want to become popular, whatever it may be, that's not us. I just want to say that so you don't think that I'm getting associated to that, because that person I don't see eye to eye anymore for a lot of reasons. One of them being that I think everybody should be equal in the eyes of the toy, and everybody should be able to enjoy it, and you should all have credit for the things you put in, and nobody should be worshipped as a toy god other than Brian Sanchez. Other than that, nobody. So I'm not related to that. So when you see those tags come up on websites and stuff, it's just one of those things. And I think you get the idea that stuff was started, and probably it's a good avenue for that person to help get their stuff going, which is good. And that's fine. I'm very happy for them, because having one toy site only is kind of silly, because as I go through, like even today, I mean, I've been collecting for 25 years and I'm not a G.I. Joe expert, but the fact that Dan Gates just showed me something that I didn't even know existed, I mean, none, is absolutely mind-blowing. You know, the Brent dolls, the Mad Monster Park, I mean, all this crazy shit in here. It's 1/1,000,000th of what's in David Eon's basement, his store. Everything's on pegs and stuff, and well done. Or Dan Samillo, or Buck, or Anthony McElveen, or Sanchez, or Danny Gates. But I love the fact that everybody chips in. I think that's a lot of fun. So hope you guys are enjoying that too. Anyway, Lou, you are the Tony, Matt, you're fucking nuts. You guys are all crazy. Randall Wall, that would be awesome. Please feel free to check it out. Please, guys, go out and check out other people's YouTube pages. I think everybody here knows, but I'll say them. And if I don't put yours up, please type it so I can say it. It's also 30-second delay, I think, when you guys type. So Open by Chance Vintage Toys with David E on LPH. Johnny Shedrick's MIB Master Toy Museum. Holy crap. Nothing's ever been opened. I don't know how he does it. Rich Hurley's Dr. Durant Sanctum. You can find Max doing Facebook Lives all the time. Max is a huge Batman collector. Huge. He's got all kinds of good stuff. Amanda, where are you going? Do you want to say hello before you go? Do you want to say hello? Oh, you're going to go watch TV. All right. Well, there she goes. Dad's second. It's okay. But if I had Pokemon cards, would you say hello? She literally just stopped. I'm kidding. Go watch TV. I'm kidding. It's 9 o'clock. You need to get ready for bed. Come on. You got to get up early tomorrow. Okay. Jesus, that's just made me lose my train of thought. Who else did I miss? Who did I miss? Randall Wall, Mad Randall. He has a YouTube page. There's so much stuff on Facebook, but go out and check him out. And in Migo, like, post what you like, please. If you want to trade something or sell something, or you're looking for something, or you need information, or you want to, advertise for your YouTube page or so on, please feel free to do it. Try and keep it related to what we do. All right. We understand we're all human beings. You're not going to be in one of those groups where you can't post and this and that. And we don't sit there and approve your posts. They go in, they go in. So just be a big person and do it smart, that kind of thing. Every time I see things get open, I think of MIB. Oh, yes. Brian Sanchez, you have sent me photos. I'm so behind Brian Sanchez. And then, so our stuff where it's hosted, the goddamn multi-factor on it's on my business partner's cell phone. I need to change that because at 11 o'clock at night or 11:30 at night when I jump on to start doing my MigoLike.com stuff, she's sleeping. So I'm like, I need the code. I can't get in without the code. So that kind of stuff. But please advertise. And please, you do not have to message me and ask me if it's okay for you to sell something or stuff. It's really nice you guys do that. It's fine. You cannot sell Sanchez's dildos. Those you're not to buy or sell in the group. Those are absolutely forbidden. You cannot do that. But Marcus was really nice. He said, hey, can I put this in? Yes, of course. This is your room. Do what you like. Just be good to each other. That's all we want. You know what I mean? We don't need anybody going crazy. And we want you guys to enjoy it. I don't want you guys to have all these restrictions. There's enough groups on the internet where you can't even there's one, you can't even put a post that if the picture's not your picture of your action figure, you can't post it. That kind of thing. So if I took a picture of this over here, or nope, can't post it. All right, that's fine. That's their rule. And that's what we agree to live by. But we don't do that here. Put what you want. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of action figures and lines that people, well, other than David Eon, probably most people don't know about. There's shit in Europe and Germany and the Netherlands and Italy and Spain and all these toy hubs, Africa, I mean, everywhere, Russia, all these toys that are out there. And the only way we're going to get to find out about them is we share them, right? That's pretty much it. So that's that. Let me see. I feel like let me see, hold on a second. Danny Gates is the toy fluffy bear. I feel like I need to make a YouTube. Thomas Sawyer, make a YouTube. Why not? Make a YouTube. Absolutely. Put fans on Sanchez. Oh, Sanchez needs an OnlyFans page. All right, so now I have to go look and figure out what the thing is for the shark. I got to go look at the G.I. Joe forums. I joined a couple G.I. Joe forums. Some are for trading and selling, and I have to go look. I put the stupidest question. What's the difference between G.I. Joe, Action Man, and Guyper Man? So G.I. Joe's American, maybe Canadian. Action Man's British, UK, Australia. And I guess Guyper Man's Germany. I'm not sure. I know they're gonna friggin' either eat me up or be really nice about it. So we're gonna see what kind of people are in that group. Because it really sucks when you go in a group and somebody makes you feel like a dick because you post something that you're new to, but they've known for a long time. I hate that shit. It's so crappy. That's why all these other people doing the YouTubes and stuff are really good and have their chats and so on. One last question before we go. So LPH and David Eon, if you're still here, have you done the last segment of your tour? Because I believe you've done 3 and it's a 4-part series, or is it you've done 4 and it's a 5-part series? Let me see if they're here. Because I'm getting there. Oh, there we go. Yes, Randall Wall, please send me an invite to your Joe page, please. Please send me an invite to your Joe page. Please include Brian Sanchez and Danny Gates. Please include them. And actually, Johnny Shedrick probably wants to be there. Anybody else? Big Joe collectors? Let's see. Guess it went up today. So LPH, is it 4-part or 5-part? And how long is each section? Because I have to go back and watch them. Matter of fact, I have to watch the last 10 minutes of Dr. Durant's Sanctum as well. That Rich sent the other day. If you guys didn't see the 1776 video that Rich Hurley did in his Dr. Durant Sanctum video, you need to go see it. It's really good. It's funny. Which reminds me, Rich, I got to go see if I have the Abe Lincoln figure for you. I'll go check that for you right now when I get off this. But we need to see that. 4 around an hour each. Okay. So you did 4 parts about an hour each, and then you did a 4-hour talk on one. Wow. You guys are troopers, man. You guys are really, really troopers. And every time I watch you guys come up with something else that I didn't even know existed. So as much knowledge as I've had over the years, wow, you guys still blow me away with the stuff. They showed something the other day that was really cool. And I don't know if everybody's going to appreciate this because some people don't collect certain things, but they showed carded, I think these are LPHs, carded Raggedy Ann figures, action figures. And she has, I didn't see it, but she was talking about, I guess, the playset, which is a dollhouse for them. And they're from the 70s, I think Knickerbocker, which I don't even think they exist. That actually, I know they don't exist anymore. I don't know who bought them or they just went out of business. But like, wow, like just to see stuff like that, even if you don't collect that, it's really amazing. Like, I never saw that stuff. I don't know if you guys did, but there's so much shit out there you just don't see. Let me see. Okay, I don't know what Danny Gates means by you just nailed it. Shop Melloground Inflatables. Come for all your inflatable needs, and they now carry inflatable goats, bears, and chickens. Shop www.mellogroundinflatables.com. Hey, Sanchez, at least you spelled my last name right. I give you credit there. Love my 1776 stuff. Thomas Sawyer says, I got to see that. What was the name of that again, Lou? Oh, so Thomas Sawyer, there's a few. There's the Heroes of the Revolution, which are relatively inexpensive and kind of easy to get. There's the 1776 people, which you will see in Rich Hurley's Dr. Durant's video. You can see a lot of stuff. If you guys go to mymegalike.com, I know you guys don't really do web pages anymore, but if you go check them out, I love putting it up. There's over 171 pages on there, I think. There's tons. And all these are in there. You just pick on the left, scroll down, you'll see them. There's so the Spirit of 76 figures. There's the 1776 people, which are very rare. And the only one I ever had, I sold to John Bonavita, who wrote the Mego Handbook. I think that's what it's called, from ages ago. What else do we have? We have the Collector Series of Great Americans, the Abe Lincoln, which everybody puts in their Star Trek set, the 8-inch Abe Lincoln, the George Washington, and the Uncle Sam. Those are some of my favorites. 1776 was a very special time for me in my life for a lot of reasons. It was big time. It was before my parents got divorced. We were moving to Italy, but I'm from Philly. So that's a huge, huge thing for me. And it has a lot of memories. So I'm really, really cool with that stuff. Really enjoy that. Description of the Joe category. Oh, Joe Action Man. Okay. So Danny Gates says, when I said that the G.I. Joes, US, Canada, the Action Man, which is Britain, Australia, UK, and then Guyper Man's Germany. Okay. So that was done. All right, good. So there, I learned something new. And thanks to these guys, I did. And Dan Gates, thanks to you. Hopefully I'm going to get that figure. I hope I really do because I'm so excited to get it. It sucks he doesn't have the necklace with the shrunken heads, but what can I do? Heroes of the Revolution, that's correct. Buck, there were other ones, weren't they? We've got the Be Natural Toys Uncle Sam figure that was done with Charlie Flatt. And that was Ron Murgo too, right? Right, Buck, the guy who actually, he's in jail for doing some really fucked up shit, if I'm correct. I believe that was him. I might have that mixed up. Hopefully I don't want to badmouth anyone, but there was a guy in our collecting group years ago, and he wound up going to jail for doing some really crappy shit, really bad stuff. So on. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Now I've wasted an hour and 4 minutes of your life that you will never get back. Buck, I don't know if there's any other ones, if you can think of. If you do, throw them up there. Does anybody else have a YouTube channel or a thing they want to put up there? Please check them out. Please check them out. Tom Sawyer, I'll send you some links. And I'll post them. Okay, put them up on the site. Yeah, Thomas, sorry, put them up and then let me see. And you can check them against mymegolike.com to see they're in there. I mean, like I said, there's 170 something pages. I know if I was to go to David Eon's warehouse and try and put all of his shit on MyMegoLike, probably about 10,000 pages. If we were to add, oh my God, Danny Gates stuff, Johnny Shedrick's, oh my God, it would be so much. I don't think I'd be able to afford the website. I really don't. It'd be crazy. Durham made bicentennial figures too. Wow. All right, so there you go. Look. So wait, David. So that's interesting. Yep. Oh, Murgo, the ex-cop. All right, thank you, boy. So the guy that did the Be Natural Toys Uncle Sam with Charlie Flatt was Ron Murgo, who is no longer a cop, and I think he's doing jail time, or maybe he's out. Who knows? David, that bicentennial figure, I saw an Uncle Sam figure, but I think that was like something you stick on your car or something, like one of those wobblers or something. I don't know what you call it, like the Hawaiian Girl thing or something like that. Is that what you're talking about, or did they do other bicentennial figures? I'll have to. It's whatever you type. It's like 30 seconds, I think, before I get to see it. So whatever. Yeah, it sucks. Let me just say real quick. So if you are collecting 1776 figures and so on, I have stuff that I put up there. It's actually on my Amigo. Like it's called. It's made by Singer, the same ones who do the sewing machines. What's it called? I gotta go look. Give me a second. I gotta go find it. But they were made in Paterson, New Jersey. Paterson, New Jersey happened to be one of the most. I'll bring it up. It happened to be one of the most. Actually, it was supposedly the textile capital of the world back in the early days of 50s or something. Give me a second. I gotta find them. Singer. I thought I put them up. Did I not put them up? Oh, I didn't put them up. I have to put them up. Okay, so they're American heroes from the Revolution. Um, they're really more dolls and action figures that come with a stand, but they're rooted hair, kind of like little doll bodies. But the male figures are pretty action figure-y. The female ones are not, but it's really cool. They come in a cool box. I have to go. You know what? Let me go see if I can find them. I'll be right back. Lou's dolls. No, that's Brent's dolls. They're the Dashboard Wilders. Okay, so David, I did see. So David Ian, I did see. And I'm jumping all over the place. I did see that Uncle Sam figure from Durham. I didn't buy one yet. I don't know how much he's going for. I'll have to take a look at some of that. Let me go look at these Singer figures real quick because I showed them before. But let's see what we have there real quick. Let's see. Is this it? So, yep. Okay, so this one's out of the box because I have doubles and they were shrink wrapped. They're called Our American Heritage. I did a video on these a long time ago. They were American Heritage dolls are available in three collector series: First Ladies, Ethnic Americans, Famous Americans. For a complete collection, form a complete collection of American miniature dolls. So they're from Singer Crafts, Paterson, New Jersey. Costume made in USA, doll made in Hong Kong. So back to the 70s, as we know. Print and packaged in the USA, American Heritage. They're really nice, kind of, old colonial style American box. Even supposed to look like wood there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But this is one of the ones. This is the flag. He's Famous Americans, and they just typed in there. He's flag bearer. And I actually have him in an unopened box. You can see as the rooted hair. He's kind of more of a doll. He has a very felt type costume. The heads, you guys are going to laugh, but the heads are pretty much, they're almost the same heads that they use on the Heroes of the American Revolution. So the Spirit of 76 figures that Rich did the video on, the Heroes of the American Revolution, they're the same bodies. Matter of fact, they probably came out of the same friggin' factory in Hong Kong because the heads are both very, very squishy. I mean, incredibly squishy. Really squishy, if you will. I don't know, but they probably came out of the same factory, if you will. But these are actually cool. He actually came with this flag. Now, interestingly enough, as I was getting them, they made a George Washington figure. It was really cool. They made a Ben Franklin figure. And again, love the American Revolution stuff. I'm a huge believer in America and what she stands for and all that stuff, despite some of the things that we may or may not agree with today. I'm very, very big fan of that. I think this country is absolutely amazing. And when you live in other countries, you come to learn why America is the great country that people want to come to, or a lot of people want to come to. It's not the only country, but it's one of the ones. And there's a lot of reasons for it. But we're a series of mutts over here, right? We're just a mixed group of people that came in. Unfortunately, they don't always treat the natives here so well, which kind of sucks. But this country has grown by leaps and bounds in a short amount of time. But this figure, he also comes with like a white hair version, more like this is kind of a black haired version. They have a whiter version, so on. It's the same head and everything. But Singer Crafts and so on, and back to the 70s. And if you're doing American Revolution shit, Rich Hurley, you should have included these. Anyway, just kidding. So these are a lot of fun. They come with a stand, but you can tell they're pretty much, I don't want to say made for women or girls, but based on the fact that these stands had a heart shape on them, I'm pretty sure they weren't trying to market these to boys. Not being sexist or anything and made in Hong Kong. I'm just kind of back in the day, things were different. It's kind of like I have this Mr. Rogers album from the 70s that I played, and there's a song on there. It's called, oh my God, should I get it? Like, you could never play this today. Even Mr. Rogers, you couldn't play it. It's like, That's what girls are. That's what boys are. And it's very definitive. This is what boys do, or that's what boys do. That's what girls do. I forget. I can see it stand over there. You can't do that anymore, right? Because we don't categorize people like that. Action figure. I love that word, Randall. Action figure. They're on the cusp if you want to be a believer. Otherwise, you're like, dude, that's a friggin' doll, man. That is no action figure. That's just a doll. Anyway, so basically, F. England the Third. Yes, that's correct, Buck. F. England the Third. That's true. All right. Anyway, let me get out of here. It's been over an hour. I don't like to take everybody's time, but I'm going to go check out the stuff on the shark that David Ian just told me up there. I'm going to go finish watching a whole bunch of videos. I got to watch the last 5 minutes of Dr. Durant's. I got to watch all the David Ian videos. And open my chance. There's Johnny's videos I need to check out. If any of you guys, and Randall, and you guys have some really cool stuff, showcase that stuff on Mego Like. That's what it's for. Feel free to advertise. We are not going to kick you out for putting your stuff up there. If it's like home videos of you cooking burgers, we don't really care about that either. That's fine. But if it's you sneaking into Sanchez's house to put his hand in water so he pees the bed, yeah, we'd probably allow that too. That's probably fine. Anyway. Sometimes it's just a doll. That's correct, David. Sometimes it's just a doll. But when a guy like me gets a hold of this, it's close. Action figure is a good word. Action figure is a good word. But I do need to get those up. I thought I put those up on my Mego Leg. I guess I didn't. Every time I think I've got everything up there, there's more stuff to put up. So we'll go do that. And I like the fact that they're from New Jersey, even though I hate New Jersey and live here. I think it's cool they're from New Jersey. I like the 1776 aspect. I think that's great. Okay. All right. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get some stuff done. The arms, it's only, yes, Randall, you're right. It is in the arms. If the arms just do this, they're not too action figure-y, are they? I mean, they're action figure-y. But if they can do all kinds of shit, yeah, then there's really good. What's your obsession with me? Dude, I'm not interested. I'm happily married. I'm not going to even comment on that, Sanchez. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's all go have some lives, okay? Thanks, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it. Please feel free to invite your friends into Mego Like. Please feel free to post whatever action figures you want. They don't have to be like Migos. That's just something that we've carried on forever. They can be whatever you want. Captain Action, G.I. Joe, whatever you want. You want to talk about The Mandalorian? Go ahead. I tell people if you're talking about shows and movies, just be careful if you're doing spoilers. Just please put a big thing, spoiler alert, because somebody once posted something about The Mandalorian and somebody got pretty upset over it. And I get it. I mean, it sucks, but just put a spoiler alert, all right? I don't think anybody's going to do that, though, except for Brian Sanchez. Sanchez. Yes, Sanchez. This is the best part. Sanchez can't get me back. He can't get me back. Not yet, at least. He's got to go do his own video now. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Good night. Peace. And we are... Wait a minute. We have to do this first. We got to put the big thing up. There we go. You can thank David Gunn for that. The man of ill repute.